Who are you? Who are you really? Could that be a very personal question and nobody's business? Except that if you are wanting to add influence into the world. So if you're a parent, a boss, a teacher, an exercise professional, a social media influencer, you have a leadership role in any area, is it possible that people will be watching what you do? And this is a really personal question that was asked of me. I was only 18. I was being influenced by the rest of the world. And the question was, who do you admire? Who do you respect? Who would you most like to be like? Which is really interesting when you're that age, because there was a lot of people that I thought were amazing. And the question was, if anybody that you respect were to look into your life right now, whether you were there or not there. So if you were there, they looked at everything that you do, everything that you say, the way you treat all of the people in your life, whether they're strangers or the people closest to you. And then how do you live your life? So what does your house look like? What does your car look like? What does your office desk look like? What does the inside of your gym bag look like? All of those personal things. If somebody that you respect and admire were to look into your life, would you be really proud of showing them? Or what if they looked into your life and you weren't there, so you didn't even know that they were looking? What would they find? And that's that really personal and very confronting exercise, which I ask everybody to do, and only because I did it at a very young age, and it certainly has been a major change in my life, which is, first of all, who do you want to be? And at the time for me, it was pick 5 words. Now, I did that very easily. So the question is simply, if you were to describe yourself in 5 words as the person that you want to be or the reputation that you want to have, what would those 5 words be? Mine were tough and fair, positive, stylish, disciplined and professional. The reason I use my fingers is I connect those words to my fingers. Tough and fair, positive, stylish, disciplined and professional. And it was easy to come up with the words. That's exactly the person that I wanted to be. It's the exact reputation that I wanted to have. But then that personal confronting question was asked, if somebody came into your life right now and looked at your life, would they find that person if you didn't know that they were watching? And if you weren't in your life, and that's really, really uncomfortable, if they looked into your house, into your office, into your bank account, into everything, every part of your life, would they find that person? And that's when that exercise became for me a life-changing experience, because I had to change. I had to change my life. If somebody had gone and looked into my life that particular day, they would not have found a tough and fair, positive, stylish, disciplined and professional woman. That's what I wanted to be. That's not who I was. But I took on board that day that could be very important because I wanted to live my life as that person. I didn't want to pretend. I didn't want to fake. I didn't want to try and please other people. I just wanted to be a tough and fair, positive, stylish, disciplined and professional woman for the rest of my life. So those words became my compass, they became my map, they became my core values, they became my roadmap to my life. And they also made my life very simple, because I don't have to make decisions anymore. I just ask, would a tough and fair, positive, stylish, disciplined and professional woman do this? And if the answer is no, then I don't do it. Would she wear this? Would she say this? Would she go there? Would she invest time with those people? Would she invest money in that particular product or service? It's been a very simple process. And the reason I ask the question is, who do you admire? Who do you respect? Who do you want to respect you? Who are the people in your life that if they were looking into your life, you would want them to say, wow, that she is or he is a disciplined person, a professional person, whatever your words are. And is it possible that maybe we act differently with different people? And how does that make us feel? And I know it's a very personal question, but if I treat the person at the checkout in the supermarket different than the person who could give me $1 million to invest into my business, to the person who I'm madly in love with, I want to impress so that they fall madly in love with me, is it possible that I'm not being me? I'm changing who I am to suit a certain situation. So there comes the next question. Once you decide who you're going to be, what you want your reputation to be, the words to describe you as a person, what if you take those words and give them to the people in your life? Or I'll rephrase that. What if you were to ask all the people in your life, or somebody else was to ask, and that was how it was presented to me, if the police or a government agent or the FBI or the CIA were to go through your life and have a photo of you and show it to all the people in your life, what words would they use to describe you as a person? And of course, there are people that at the time, that I respected and admired, and I really wanted them to like me and respect me, and I wanted them to use those words. But I realised that there were certainly areas of my life that needed a lot of work because I wanted to treat everybody equally and the same and beautifully. I wanted to be known everywhere I went as a tough and fair, positive, stylish, disciplined and professional woman. And at that stage of my life at 18, there was no way that that was going to happen. So as I use the words life-changing, not to be rah-rah motivational, ha-ha, but simply that I had to change my life. I had to do my life differently to live like that person. So now I feel, and people often, I joke about this, laugh about this, I share this often, people accuse me of being ridiculously happy, obnoxiously happy, unrealistically happy. And some people, very rarely, but occasionally, some people ask me, how come you are so happy? How can you be so happy all of the time? And my answer to that question will always be exactly the same. I've decided to be this person, tough and fair, positive, stylish, disciplined and professional. And I live that in every area of my life, whether it's my house or my car or my gym bag or the condition of my shoes or the condition of my fingernails, my bank account, the music that I listen to, the movies that I watch, everything about my life is in line with, is in sync with, and there's a word that I don't like because I think it's overused, but congruent with. There's no parts of my life that are all out of whack. I live my life as that person, so I like who I am because when I wake up, I'm a tough and fair, positive, stylish, disciplined and professional person. When I go to bed, I've lived my life as a tough and fair, positive, disciplined and professional person. I just live my life that way. And the reason I'm sharing that is every day I work with people, talk to people, aim to inspire people to be themselves. And I think one of the reasons why I work with a lot of people who are not happy, who are not satisfied with their life, they don't like the direction that their life is heading. And I always start with that simple question. Who are you? What do you stand for? What are your core values? What would you die for? And then live that life. Pick 5 words to describe you as a person and then be that person. Because every time you go off track, is it possible that you feel less than yourself? What happens to your self-esteem? Here's a great question. If I make a promise to myself to do something and I break that promise, how does it make me feel? If I have decided to be a certain person, act a certain way, and I don't act that way, how does that make me feel? And it's just it's a very special way to live. And again, I'll share whether I go to the supermarket or the bank or to a hoity-toity event, whether I'm talking to business people or the cleaner in the public toilet, to me everybody's exactly the same. Everybody's got a genius, everybody's got value, everybody can add value to my life in all sorts of different ways. And I want to be known by all the people in my life to be exactly the person that I live as, tough and fair, positive, stylish, disciplined and professional. I keep repeating that because I'm just asking you, do you have a compass? Do you have a direction? Do you have a map? Do you have words to describe who you'd like to be? Are you living as that person? If you were to ask the people in your life to describe you as a person, would they use the same words or very similar words? And would all the people in your life use those same words? So the person at the supermarket, at the petrol station, at the bank, your personal relationship, your family, your next door neighbour, the people in your sporting team, the people in your church, are you the same in all of those arenas? And is it possible that if you're different, if you're trying to impress people, so you're a certain person this time and a different person that time, and you don't care about treating people nicely that time because they don't matter, what does that do to your own personal self-respect? And I think it's a really important question. It's a very personal question. It's a very confrontational question. I know that because at 18 years of age, I was asked that question. I felt very confronted, and I knew that I needed to make some changes. But I'm going to share again, life changing. I had to change my life That in itself, of course, by definition, was life-changing. But it's meant that every day of my life I can wake up loving my life, go to bed at night loving my life, and that's why I'm here every day. I would love to see more happy people, and that's for all selfish reasons. Because I'm happy and positive and optimistic, and I love people. I love everywhere I go. Today I've been to the supermarket, I've been to the petrol station, I've been out hiking, I've been talking to people on the phone, I've talked to people over Zoom, I've had a big interaction with people, and I love hearing about people's lives. And what makes me really sad a lot of the time is that the people I talk to are not happy people. And that's why I always ask, who are you? Describe that person, and then is it possible that if you are that person every day, that you could be happy every single day? That's why I'm here. Romax is all about being healthy, fit and strong, having a career or business that you love, being financially free and having great people in your life. But the person that's in your life 24/7, 365 days of the year for the rest of your life, the person that's been in your life in every situation, everything you've ever been through, every meal you've ever eaten, every exercise session you've ever done or skipped, there's one person that's always been there. It's been you. I'm in every minute of my life. I live in this body. I live in this headspace. That's what we have in common, you and I. We are who we are. So there's the great question. Who are you? Who do you want to be? What do you want your reputation to be? And if you live as that person every single day, is it possible that you could be happy every single day? So you could sing, I feel good, na 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 na. I knew that I would now, na 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 na. So good, yeah, so good, I feel good, woohoo!